Declared winner did not win. You might have been declared by whatever means, but you've not won the election. Reuben, to win is to win the people. Democracy is government of the people, by the people, for the people. That means if you must win the people. But if you don't win the people, you've not won. And I can tell you, the last election.
Good day, dearest citizens, well-meaning Nigerians, and my beloved obedience. I thought to just, quickly do this short video before I head out to where I'm heading to, as we have a date with history tomorrow, 6th September 2023. There's a person will say, "Mama no go sleep, a man no go sleep," right? So this short video I want to do is, yesterday we were somewhere, and we just got talking, and we're just gisting about, our experience, the 3 times we were in court with my sister. And I remember one of them days, if anyone watching this video who was also in the court on that day remembers, I'm sure they'll be able to, agree with this, my story here that I'm about to share. Where Justice Tsammani, I even have issues calling him justice, because if we check the meaning of dictionary, what justice means, we all can be able to state fully what justice means. So let me just say, Tsammani, remember one of them days in court where he had issues, and which is fine, that is quite fine. He had issues with some lawyer who was chewing gum inside the courtroom, and he went on this long, issue stories around, the uncivility around, chewing gum inside the courtroom. And then he went on to talk about, how, people even appear in court, they are dressing in court, the way they wear their wig, and so on and so forth. Can't they para for inside court on top of that matter? So, yesterday when we're just having a recap of all the moments we were in court, and I was like, for me that day was like, guy, hold on. You're here parrying over somebody chewing gum and how people are dressing to court and how they are making, how they're turning the courtroom into some kind of a place and not, respecting the sanctity of the profession. And I put it to you today that you have a date with history tomorrow. You and your 4 co-judges, as you take para for court that day on top person they chew gum, I hope you have the fucking balls to do the needful tomorrow and uphold that constitution that you once upon held in your hands when you were sworn in as a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You were not sworn in as a judge of a particular set of people or to serve the interests of a particular set of people. You were sworn in as a judge, you and your fellow judges, to defend that one and only book. And that is what we're demanding from you, Justice Tsammani, and the 4 other PEPT judges, that you uphold the constitution of the land and do right by the people. That constitution in its first page has it that we the people, in as much as it doesn't have a lot of the input of a lot of Nigerians, as that is still in contention, but for now we will make do with what we have, because that constitution has given us all the rights that we need and everything we need to know about our rights as we the people. And for the people in government, we know that they derive their power from we the people. So it is about we, the people. It is about defending that constitution. As they say right now, do not just think that this is all about a certain individual. No, we're saying that this is about knowing what is right and what is wrong. Just as you knew that chewing gum was wrong inside that courtroom, or lawyers not appearing properly in courts is also not right. So also tomorrow, the judgment you will deliver, we all already know what is right and what is wrong. When juries are being selected to sit in courtrooms, none of them always has the experience of reading law or being a lawyer. But when a jury is selected to sit on a case, we always can tell that the jury, all they need to do is to hear the story and they will know who is right and who is wrong. And I can tell you that even a 5-year-old today in Nigeria knows what is right and what is wrong. So defend our constitution. Defend Nigerians. We the people, our eyes are all on you all. Nigeria belongs to us all. So tomorrow we're making a date with history. Thank you.
I normally say by the grace of Almighty Allah. Yes, inshallah, victory is coming. Victory is ours, but victory is for the Nigerian people. Nigerian people contested through Peter Obi and me. Peter Obi and me didn't just contest in our own right. So victory is coming to the Nigerian people through us. Inshallah, it's coming. There's only one party rightly configured, in place, with the right attitude, with the right candidates to win the election, Labour Party. Others are wasting our time. With due respect, I don't trust them much. The office of the Senate President, a senator, for God's sake, is a highly distinguished and honorable individual. You should live by principles, you should live by law and everything. Now, the top senator in Nigeria did not contest primaries for Senate. You covered it in your news channels. The gentleman contested for presidency, and you don't contest for 2 offices under the Nigerian Electoral Act. As I speak to you now, Senate President Ahmed Lawal from the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the senatorial candidate in his state. How do you expect me, for God's sake, any right-thinking person, to have much trust or confidence in the system? So I'm justified for feeling the way I feel. Look, I'm human. There's only so much I know. Some of the decisions will be decided by obedience, by Nigerians, by Labour Party. It will be decided by the youth. It will be decided by women. It will be, who knows, even the security agencies may decide. Look, these elections better be good. I know what I'm saying. We're on the cliff edge. Nigerians can see the clear difference between Obimi and between the others. And Nigerians are feeling what they are feeling. Come and do something differently is between you and Nigerians.
With just 1 day left for the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to give us their judgment in the case between Peter Obi, Atiku, and the APM against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, everywhere is heated up as people are asking the judiciary to do the right thing, as people are everywhere telling the judiciary that they're expecting justice. Well-meaning Nigerians on the internet are not staying down. They are not keeping quiet, as their eyes are now so fixed on the judiciary to ensure that justice is served, to ensure that they do the right thing in this ongoing Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, to ensure that they give the right judgment tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 6th of September 2023. As the tension keeps rising, well-meaning Nigerians are playing their part to ensure that the tribunal does the right thing. Charlie Boy, Area Father 1, said, update, the PEPT may not air the live broadcast of the final verdict on the 6th of September 2023. The formal announcement could be a trick to preventing Nigerians from coming to the court on that day. We therefore encourage all the Abuja residents and other well-meaning Nigerians to show up in court in their large numbers. Kindly disregard the promising of live broadcast by the tribunal. It might not be possible. Still on this same matter, Shude Nnamdi said the same judges who said televising the PEPT proceedings adds no value to the petition suddenly wants the judgment to be televised. You never cared about showing the people the process. Now you want to show the same people you intentionally kept in the dark the result. Another person here responded and said they are not going to broadcast it live. It's a trick to prevent Nigerians from going to the court premises because they are afraid of Nigerians going on the streets. We must come out in our numbers to the court premises and stream it on our phones if they broadcast it live. Another person here said, we have decided that everyone in and around Abuja should load enough data on their phones, use their phones to watch the proceedings, whether it broadcasts live or not. Station yourselves outside of the court and watch from there. Those outside Abuja should organize viewing centers, since there will be labor strike on that day. Helicopters will not operate on that day. We shall all use the road. So that's it. Nigerians don't want to take chances at all. Nigerians want to ensure that the PEPT does the right thing in this ongoing presidential election tribunal. That's why we are saying that if you said you are going to broadcast it live, broadcast it live. We don't want at the end of the day they will come and tell Nigerians that there was technical glitch, there was a challenge from the transmitter. That's why they could not transmit the court proceedings live, and that's where the challenge will be, because you are telling people not to come to court on that day, that they can stay at home and watch the results. And if at the end of the day you feel just the way Nigerians are speculating that you are telling us to not come to the court because you want us to stay at home, and at the end of the day you are not going to show us the result live. So that's why we are calling on the judiciary. That's why we are calling on the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. You've told the general public, you've told well-meaning Nigerians that you are going to transmit the result live, and that's what we want you people to do at the end of the day. Let it not be like INEC, what INEC did in the 2023 presidential election. After telling Nigerians that they are going to upload results in real time, they came up to say it was technical glitch. We don't want the same technical glitch to happen in this matter. We want you people to show us just the way you've said you are going to show us. And then should they ask a very important question? You never cared about showing the people the process. Now you want to show the same people you intentionally kept in the dark the results. And that's it. They don't want people to actually come out to the court because we don't know what they have planned. But all we keep saying is that we know who won the presidential election and we want that mandate to be returned to him. They don't want people to come to the court so people will not begin to protest, so people will not protest the results or something at the end of the day. But we don't care about that. All we care about as Nigerians is the fact that you've told us that you're going to show us the results. Show us the results. Let's be able to watch it on our phones. Let's be able to watch it on our televisions. And let it be that at the end of the day, the judgment you are going to give us is truly what the people are expecting. Let it be that the will of the people prevail at this point in time. No sentiment, no excuses. Ensure that the will of the people prevail. That's what we are telling the Election Petition Tribunal. Ensure that justice is served. That's why we keep calling on them, that our eyes are on the judiciary. Remember, the real issues for Tinubu's disqualification still remain: 1. Drug trafficking and money laundering case, and $460,000 for future. 2. 25% in FCT. Tinubu did not get up to 25% in FCT, which is compulsory according to the law. 3. Forged certificates. 4. INEC not following its guidelines. 5. Shetima's double nomination. The VP had double nomination. 6. Election rigging. 7. Dual citizenship and perjury. Reacting to this on Twitter, which is now X, Shehu Ghazali said, if Tinubu's victory is upheld by the PEPT on Wednesday, 6 September 2023, it means there is no need to obey the Nigerian constitution anymore. It will mean Nigeria is a lawless country. This is it. And that's why, personally, I believe that the judiciary have a lot at stake at this point in time. The people no longer believe in the rule of law. This is an opportunity to make the people to believe once again that yes, the law is important and the judiciary is truly the hope of the common man, not the hope of the rich, not a place where the rich can tell people go to court, like what we keep seeing in Nigeria. They will tell you go to court because they know that they will buy their way in the court. But we want a judiciary that the poor man will go to, the judiciary that the poor masses will go to and get justice. He also tweeted and said, Nigeria belongs to all of us. The constitution is for all of us to respect and obey. Any attempt to tell Nigerians that some people are above the constitution because they hold power and money will be vehemently resisted. The PEPT must uphold the constitution, no more, no less. That's it. The PEPT must what? Uphold the constitution. According to the law, there is nobody who is higher than the law, even the number one citizen of Nigeria, even the president. You are not above the law. Every citizen of Nigeria is under the law and is supposed to be treated according to the law. So the peps have this responsibility to Nigerians to give us justice according to the law, according to the constitution. Another person here tweeted and said, "We are not interested in any judgments that doesn't produce these two gentlemen as president and vice president. Pep judges, do what you have in your mind to do. Nigerians will take it from there." Another person here said, "Justice must be done tomorrow, 6th of September. Pep justices, una don hear am? All eyes on the judiciary. All eyes on the judiciary. We ensure that they give us justice. We ensure that the right thing is done tomorrow." JP also tweeted and said, "Nigerians are waiting for the disqualification and sack of Bola Tinubu from Aso Rock. Criminality, forgery and deception do not have room in the project of new Nigeria that is possible. Peter Obi is coming. All eyes on the judiciary." We want a new Nigeria, and from what we are seeing in the last 100 days of this administration being in power, we are not seeing that. We are not seeing anything close to that new Nigeria that we envision, and we want to redeem our face in the outside world. When you go outside Nigeria, you will see the way Nigerians are being ridiculed. You will see the way other nations are talking about this our country because they believe it's a country where anything can go. You can see how videos keep flying about how other countries are saying Tinubu is not legitimate and all of that. So we don't want that kind of image to keep continuing outside. We want better image for our nation, Nigeria. We want the judiciary to do the right thing so people can look at Nigeria and say, in that country, there is rule of law. In that country, they were able to do the right thing in 2023. That's why we keep calling on the judiciary at this point in time to save our nation, Nigeria. Dr. Umar AJ said, "Ya Allah, the hour has come to lift Nigerians from pain. Please complete this divine journey of a new Nigeria you have started. May our mandate be restored and Peter Obi, whom we all voted for, prevail. Amen." Please continue to remember him in your prayers. Amen. We say amen to that prayer, that at the end of the day, tomorrow after the judgment, we are all going to celebrate. Another person here said, "Mali did it the military way. Burkina Faso did it the military way. Niger did it the military way. Gabon did it the military way. Nigeria, the giant of Africa, will set a good example by doing it the people's way. The people will restore democracy. All eyes on the judiciary. Occupy Nigeria." And this is the simple truth. We don't want to go the military way. We want to uphold democracy. We want the government to be government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And we know the people's choice. We know the person the people voted for. So that's why we want the judiciary to do the right thing so we can restore our democracy in Nigeria. As we await the judgment of the judiciary, which is slated for Wednesday, 6th of September 2023, I want us to listen to this broadcast by Peter Obi, where he was pointing out what Nigeria needs at this point in time. Listen to this video, guys.
For me, democracy have a simple description. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. That means everything about democracy is the people. And transition means changing from one thing to the other. And for me, Nigeria needs urgent transition from being a highly insecure country to a secure country, from a disunited country to a united country, from corruption to a transparent country, from a country of lawlessness to a country of law and order. But in all this, it is important that we look at where we are today for people to understand the gravity of the journey we are going to take if we are going to transit. Where are we today? Nigeria has qualified to be a failed state. We have met the 2 or 3 biggest characteristics of a failed state. Number one is when you're no longer in charge of your territory. Today, we are among the top terrorized countries of the world. We are among the top kidnapping countries of the world. Banditry, criminality, bandits have taken over some parts of this country. Nigerians are being killed daily. All sorts of criminality is going on daily. Even our most important source of foreign exchange revenue, oil, is today 80% stolen. That shows how bad it is. We are the only country, apart from Venezuela, who we know is their own is because of sanctions, that is not meeting up its OPEC quota. Every other country is begging for increase, but Nigeria is not meeting up its own. And you wouldn't believe the quantity that is missing. In July alone, our total average, our quota is 1.8 million. In July, our total average was 1,083,000 barrels a day. That means that in July, we lost 707,000 barrels per day. If you multiply that by 31 days, it will give you 22,227,000 barrels of oil that we lost. This is a country that needs dollar. If you sell it, if you sell that oil, if you sell the quantity we lost, this is July alone. If you sell it at the average price of $110, it will give you $2,450,000,000, which at our rate of exchange of 550, you lost. If you use 550, because I used an average of 550, you've lost 1,344,700,000,000 naira. That is your country. That's what you lost in 1 month because of stealing. It is important that we know this. Number two item to show that we are failed state is that you are no longer in control of your economy. Your economy today, we have an economy where we have over 100 million people living in poverty. Your unemployment is one of the worst in the world because you have a combined unemployment of 50%, unemployment and underemployment. Out of 200 million Nigerians, 60% is supposed to be working. So you're supposed to have 120 million Nigerians working, but today Nigerians that are working are under 50 million. So 70-something million of Nigerians are not working, they are not productive. When you compare this to your productivity, you will see how low it is. But what is even worse, we're in a physical mess, total physical mess, because of all this. Between January this year and April, the total revenue of federal government of Nigeria is 1,630,000,000,000 naira. Their expenditure is 4,720,000,000,000. If you minus this, we have a deficit of 3,100,000,000,000. That shows almost 20% to almost 200% is the deficit. And this is the crisis you face. How did we come here? It's a cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. Because it's 10%, I'll stop here, I would have talked about power. How did we come here? What are we going to do very quickly to come out of this? Very quickly, you need to have a visionary, articulated, competent leadership to start turning around this. So next year, The time is up. I'll take it that next year, the election you're going to have next year will not be about, remember, it is not about tribe, no religion, not connection, not entitlement. It must be election about character, competence, capacity, and commitment to deliver.
Watching this video, all I kept saying is that this man is loaded. God has put in this man all we need to move this nation, Nigeria, forward. That's why we keep begging the judiciary. That's why we keep calling on the judiciary to do the right thing at this point in time, because we don't have any other country. Nigeria is our only nation that we have, and we want the best for this country. We want the best for every one of us as Nigerians. Because what we are going through at this point in time, we need intervention from politicians like Peter Obi, men who will do the right thing when they come into power, men who have clear plans for the nation to come into power so that this country can move forward again. I would like to hear our views concerning this video, guys. Please do. So guys, a video have emerged where Wike was praising former Supreme Court Judge Mary Odili for making his wife a judge and for all the things she has been doing for him and his family, and also for Rivers State while he was governor of the state. Remember that since after her statement and since after she praised San Wole Olanipekun and San Lateef Fawemi, that Nigerians have been digging all the ifs that she has been doing while she was a judge in Nigeria. I will allow us to watch this video where Wike was praising her.
Nobody can make me to do something that I will not. I ordinarily shouldn't do. No. There was a problem in this state, and I will tell you the truth. My wife wouldn't have been a magistrate to talk of it being a judge. It's the wife. It's the wife. It's the wife that said, look, take your time. I suffered this, promoted. Look, you know me, I'm a politician, no. I'm an equerry man. It's difficult for a equerry man to allow the wife to grow like that. No, it's the truth. Forget those who can pretend that's their business. It's difficult. She was the one. When I look at my wife today, she's a judge. I look at her. I say, baby, you're a judge. Who were those who behind it? Very good. See, I don't know the day I will die, but I know I will die one day. But the truth must be told. Any day that I will make Dr. Odili and his family to cry, God, don't allow me to grow. These people suffered. These people suffered.
From this video, you can see that what Nigerians have been saying is nothing but the truth. She is very close to Wike, and we know what Wike did against Peter Obi and the Labour Party in Rivers State. We know how Wike fought for Tinubu in Rivers State, and now he has been compensated by becoming the minister of Abuja. That's the minister of FCT. So these people are actually a clique, and they have been doing this right from time. And we can remember that sometime in August that Mary Odili came out to deny influencing judges to favor Tinubu. See the way Daily Post reported it then. Presidential Election Tribunal. Mary Odili denies influencing judges to favor Tinubu. And we know that there is no smoke without fire. There's no way you come out to deny something if of a truth there was nothing like that ever happened. So we can be sure that definitely something like that was happening, and then it came out to the public and she came out to do damage control. That's to come and tell Nigerians that she's not doing anything like that. We can see it clearly that truly they have been fighting and have been trying to influence these judges to ensure that they rule in Tinubu's favor. Concerning her denial, this person here on Twitter, which is now X, said, whatever Nigerian politicians deny is actually real. 2 weeks ago, Mary Odili denied working for Tinubu and trying to convince the judges at Presidential Tribunal Court to give judgment in favor of APC. We have seen the video of yesterday where she was praising Wole Olanipekun, who brought a special witness in court, Senator Bamidele, who agreed Bola Tinubu forfeited $460,000 of narcotics and 25% in FCT is mandatory according to our constitution. Mary Odili is Nyesom Wike's biggest manipulation tool. So that's it. Nigerians are already digging deep and bringing up revelations of the fact that she and Nyesom Wike, they are close. And from this video I also shared with us, you can see that Nyesom Wike was praising her and praising her family. And he said something that for any time that he will ever offend them, that means that time he wants to die, that God will bring him down, because this family have been so good. This family have been so good to him. The picture on the screen is the picture of Nyesom Wike, the CJN, and Mary Odili. You can see that these people are a team. They are working together. And that's why we keep calling on the judiciary to do the right thing. Because we know that the matter on ground is strong. And we know that these people will be fighting hard to ensure that Tinubu remains in office. Also, guys, this report by Sahara Reporters in 2016 exposed how Mary Odili worked for Wike in the governorship election petition court. This one here says, Justice Mary Odili wept and begged Supreme Court judges to accept 5 billion bribe on behalf of Governor Wike. Report says, Governor Wike has publicly acknowledged the role of the Odilis in restoring his mandate as governor. During a Thanksgiving to mark his victory, he said that had the election been nullified, he would not have recontested, claiming he was close to having a heart attack as his blood pressure was rising. Justice Odili, according to a confidential report, became dramatic and reportedly wept before her colleagues on the panel, saying that if Wike were not returned as governor, she would prematurely become a widow, as her husband Peter Odili, who is a former governor of the state and Wike's godfather, would have a heart attack. It also reveals that despite the strategy adopted by the Chief Justice, the panel received monetary inducements through Justice Mary Odili, who, although a member of the court, was not on the panel. The report obtained by Sahara Reporters does not say how much each of the Supreme Court judges received. It does not state the same amount has been offered to the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Zainab. Can you imagine this, guys? These people have been doing this right from time immemorial. But like we keep saying, this is not the same with what they have been experiencing before. And even Wole Olanipekun said it by himself that he has been handling cases, but this particular election petition tribunal, this presidential election petition tribunal, is not like what he has been experiencing. And this is simple because Nigerians now know better, and Nigerians now want the best for the country. Before now, what we used to experience is that whenever they go to court, people will just lose interest because they don't believe that the judiciary can do the right thing. But now, Nigerians want to hold the judiciary accountable and ensure that they do the right thing in this presidential election petition tribunal. And we will not stop until the mandate is returned. Reacting to the case of Mary Odili and Wike and the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judgment that has been fixed for 2 days' time, which is September 6, 2023, this person here said, Mary Odili praises APC lawyers, and in 2 days, judgment date for PEPT was released. News have it that Mary Odili and her family were seen in Heathrow Airport, UK, last night. A few persons cannot decide the fate of 2 million people. The power of the people is greater than the people in power. Another person here said, if the judiciary will not stop Tinubu and his association of political criminals, the citizens must not fail to stop them, because the cost of stopping them now is less compared to the cost of stopping them in the future, and the opportunity we have now may not come until next decade. That's simple. Now we have the opportunity because we are talking, and Nigerians are now very aware of what is happening in the country. And with social media now, we can be able to call these people out. We can be able to talk to them. And I believe this is an opportunity we will not waste, and we will keep fighting until the judiciary do the right thing. JP tweeted and said, former Supreme Court Justice Mary Odili cannot shut Nigerians up from demanding for democracy and the rule of law. Power belongs to the people. The justices are working for the people, and they can be called to order by the people they serve. Not even Mary Odili can stop us. That's very true. Not even Mary Odili can stop us. And the things they have been doing before now, like we have seen in these different reports, it cannot happen again in Nigeria. Why? Because we now know better. We now understand the law, and social media has made it easier for Nigerians to be able to reach out to the outside world, for Nigerians to be able to talk to our leaders who are not listening to us. And I believe that this time around, we must get it right, and the people will get back their mandate. The voice of the people will be heard. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. We would like to know your thoughts about the video in the comment section. We would like to hear your view concerning what is happening in our nation. And please do also like the video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you get notifications whenever we post a new video.